I think a lot of people have the misconception that, you know, an editor must have such a boring job, like just sitting with a red pen. It's not like that at all, because if you're working, especially with fiction, you know, every page, every paragraph is different. It's not repetitive at all. I suppose what initially attracted me to wanting to work in editorial was that I've always loved books and reading, which is a bit of a cliche, I suppose, but really enjoy the process of editing as well. You know, starting out with a rough sort of first draft and then doing all of these different tasks on it, that means you come out with the best end result that you have, and this finished piece that's ready for publication. I wasn't alone in working on this project. I had a co-editor, Emma, which was amazing for many reasons. So having that fresh pair of eyes look over something you've worked on was really great. And yeah, any problems that arose, just having that extra person there to talk to was brilliant. Our first step in this whole process was we decided on the style guide, just to ensure consistency across the board. Then the second step was probably sitting down and thinking about editorial project management. And then after that, it was a first read through of all the submissions. We had over 30, which is great. Before we started copy editing, we had a rough idea of what we wanted to put first and last. But then once we got down into the nitty-gritty parts of copy editing, then we were better able to see maybe how we would place them in the anthology, what would work where. Well, there's a definite difference between copy editing and proofreading. I think there's often a lot of confusion between the two, but copy editing is what we would have done initially, and it's essentially going through the text, correcting grammar, spelling, etc. It's also the editor's job to provide clarity and make the text more readable. So in this instance, we had quite a light editorial touch. We didn't rewrite anything. But usually, in an instance like this, the editor would work much more closely with the author and apply more significant changes than we did. Yes, so after Emma and I finished copy editing all the submissions, we sent the clean copy to production, who then went through the process of typesetting. And then after they'd finished typesetting, that's when editorial get it back to do a proofread before it goes to the printer, just in case there've been small mistakes in typesetting. The best part was probably seeing the final proof and seeing sort of a culmination of all those months of work and all of the other different departments' work, like design and production, and yes, it was really nice seeing the final proof.